Every day, millions of people travel beneath the streets of London without always thinking about the extraordinary history beneath their feet. The London Underground is the oldest underground railway system in the world, and its story begins in the 19th century when London was expanding at an incredible pace. By the mid-1800s, the city's population had grown rapidly, and its streets were becoming overwhelmed with traffic. Horse-drawn buses, carriages, carts, and pedestrians all competed for space along narrow roads. Moving across London could take hours. Engineers began searching for a solution. Instead of trying to widen streets or build new roads, they proposed something revolutionary: a railway beneath the city. Construction began in the early 1860s, using a method known as cut and cover. Workers dug huge trenches through London streets, built brick tunnels, laid railway tracks, and then covered the roads back over the top. In 1863, the world's first underground railway opened between Paddington Station and Farringdon Station. The line was operated by steam locomotives pulling wooden carriages through the tunnels. The air often filled with smoke and steam, and conditions could be unpleasant, but despite this, the railway was an immediate success. On its first day alone, tens of thousands of passengers travelled on the new underground trains. Over the following decades, the network expanded rapidly. More lines were built beneath London, connecting major railway stations and key parts of the growing city. As engineering techniques improved, new tunnels were built much deeper beneath the streets using powerful tunnelling machines. These deep tunnels gave rise to a nickname that is still used today: the Tube. With deeper tunnels came electric trains, which replaced the earlier steam engines and made the system cleaner, faster, and more reliable. By the early 20th century, the Underground had become essential to everyday life in London. Distinctive station entrances appeared across the city, many designed by the architect Charles Holden. The famous red and blue roundel symbol became the network's identity, while Harry Beck's revolutionary map simplified the complex railway into a clear diagram that is still used today. As the system expanded, it helped shape the growth of London itself. New underground lines stretched further into the suburbs, allowing people to live outside the crowded centre while commuting into the city for work. Entire neighbourhoods grew along underground routes. But the network would soon serve an unexpected and vital role. In 1940, during the Second World War, London came under sustained aerial bombardment from Nazi Germany in a campaign known as the Blitz. Night after night, bombs fell across the city. For many Londoners, the Underground became a place of safety. Deep underground stations were used as shelters from the bombing. Thousands of people descended into the stations each evening, carrying blankets, pillows, and food. Families slept on the platforms and inside the tunnels, while trains continued running through the network. Entire communities formed beneath the streets. People shared food, read newspapers, played music, and tried to maintain a sense of normal life, while explosions echoed above ground. The Underground had become more than a railway. It had become a refuge. After the war, the system continued to modernise. New rolling stock replaced older trains, stations were upgraded, and technology improved signalling and safety across the network. Over time, the Underground expanded to cover a huge area of Greater London and beyond. Today, the system includes over 270 stations and more than 400 kilometres of track, carrying millions of passengers every day. Despite its age, the London Underground remains one of the most important transport systems in the world. It is a network built through Victorian ambition, shaped by engineering innovation, and tested during some of the most dramatic moments in the city's history. For Londoners, it is simply part of daily life. But beneath the busy platforms and rushing trains lies a story that stretches back more than 160 years. A railway that changed how a city moves, and helped London become the global city it is today.